Can you see me now? Is the audio good? We have 0 watching. Wow. Okay. Well, I see some people on here, unless you've left. Help us all. So, Dawn, you liked my thumbnail? That's about how I felt about the whole deal. Yeah, I don't know my own strength or my own mind. Yay for pork chops. Sounds good, Dawn. And Donna, of course, is not cooking. I love how you guys can get away with that. Hey, Ron, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good. Yep, I'm here. I am here. Although I wasn't sure, it's windy today. Let me show you. I took a quick clip, but I didn't have enough time to load it on the computer. But it's crazy out here today. Let's see if you. Oh, the sound isn't on. Can you hear it? It's ridiculous. Anyway, it's bad out there today. It got so bad, it was blowing my solar panels that I have down on the ground. So I picked them up and moved them back once. And I went out there about 5 minutes ago, and they had blown further down again and started folding over on themselves. So I just put it away and have to use it on a day where it's not quite so windy. But my batteries are at 93%, so I'm good. I'm good for the night, and all is well. All is well here at Lake Merida. Wind hits you tomorrow. Yes, Dawn, very reminiscent. Very, very. And it's a little dusty. It's not horrible, but there is some dust. Every now and then I'll start sneezing or coughing because of it, just coming through the windows. So if I start doing that, you'll know what's making me do it. I've been having to use some saline spray at night just to clear my nose out. So I can put that stupid CPAP on. That's another topic. So, you guys want to hear my story? Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Glad you could make it. So, I have these lovely recliners, but one of them, the handle, hi, Marilyn, sticks up out from the seat a little bit further than the one on the left-hand side. And invariably, I would forget and set on it. Story time, yes. Hi, Henry. How are you? Glad you made it. I'm just getting ready to tell my story, so you haven't missed anything yet. So anyway, setting down on that handle time after time is just kind of bent. And I'll show you what happened to it. I've got a little clip here. Let's see. Okay, this is my recliner. It's all decked out for dogs right now. But this is the part that is the problem. So this is the pull cord. And as you can see, or maybe you can't, that has bent so many times in there that the cable has frayed and snapped, and you see these little scratches on the side of my upholstery. So this has to come out, and I'm gonna try to fix it another way to avoid these stupid handles and the way they put them together. So What do you think about that? It's really very irritating. And I thought what I would do is I bought these little clamps, and I thought what I'd do is just bend the rest of that cable over and clamp it so that I have like a little loop. And then and I found these at the hardware store. And then I found this little strap, and it has a nice little D ring on it. So I was going to loop that cable and then just hook the D ring in it so that it would, be up out of the seat far enough that you could pull on it and get the chair to open up. Well, the cable is too short for me to be able to bend it over and reach it in order to be able to clamp it. It's like right at, let's see, did I put that picture up here? I don't think I did, but I will real quick. It's like below the level of the cushion, and it's very, very hard to get to. I don't want videos. I don't want to add a video clip. I want to add an overlay. Sorry, guys. Talking to myself. All right. Add. Okay, so that's loading right now. So anyway, in order to even get to where I can see it, I had to roll towels and poke it along on each side of it to hold the cushion apart so that I could even see it. So this is what's left. I got my little wire cutters and I clipped all the wire down. And then that little green rag there is a dishcloth that I wrap around the top of it so that none of the metal rubs against the upholstery and makes it any worse than it already is. So now my thought is I'm going to get some, I'm thinking this will be easier, and you guys can maybe tell me if you think it'll work. So I'm going to get a ring terminal to slide over the end of that and crimp it. And then it's already got the hole for me to put my little D-ring thing in there so that I can have a handle to use it. What do you guys think about that? All you men out there. Yes, Marilyn, I agree. It's a very stupid spot for a handle, and it's a very stupid handle. So where did I put it? All right, so this was on my thumbnail. So this is the handle, and this is where the cable went into it. And it's just not held together well. It's not a good design. So, and there's this metal ring that goes around here with some little metal end that goes in there. I don't know if that's supposed to be holding it in. You can see part of the cable in there, but it just, the cable was able to move back and forth and break and fray. So yeah, I don't like them either. That's the stupid spot for a handle for sure. Our old couch in our house was like that. I hated it. Yeah. Can you see it under the footrest? Probably if I stand on my head. But with my knees, Donnie, it's really hard for me to do that. So I want to try to, I don't want to have to get, first of all, in order to even get to it, I'd have to tip the couch from every video that I've watched. And in order to do that, I'd have to unbolt it from the floor. Which I probably could do it, but it's very difficult. And these cushions are so tight. And then there's also past the cable about from my fingertips down this far in the cushion, there's like a little plastic it's kind of rectangular shape, but it's not that big. Um, Securing piece of plastic that goes around the cable that screws into the arm of the recliner. I guess where there's some wood in there. And it takes a square nut tool, whatever that is, which I'm not sure that I have one of those. I may, but I'm not certain. Just to even try to get the cushion pushed down far enough to undo that, to try to undo the chair, tip it over, and get to that cable and pull it out and put another one in would be very difficult for me to do by myself. So that's why I'm trying to think of a way to do it from above. So we'll see. Henry, I'm working on this myself. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it one way or the other. So that's how that goes. Anyway, I think that the ring terminal is probably the best solution, if I can get it on there and get it crimped. If you can think of another device that would go over that cable, and it's not just the steel cable, it's got a plastic coating all over that as well. So, and it measures, I think it was 5/16 total diameter on the outside. So I've got to find something that'll fit over there. So I'm going to go back to the hardware store tomorrow and see what they've got that I can maybe utilize and try to get this fixed. But if not, when I get back home in November, I'll just take it and have it repaired somewhere. So that's that. And then the other thing that I've got going that I've got to get figured out is my propane tank. That stupid propane tank that was giving me trouble down in Holder Mine. They overfilled it at Tractor Supply, and it was leaking propane smell. And so at Ken and Kevin's suggestion, I hooked that tank up to my fire pit and burned off some of the propane. And it got a lot better after that. So my problem with it now is that tank is connected. It's currently the tank that I'm using. It's evidently in the on position. My other tank is completely off. I've double checked that 2 different times. Actually took that tank completely out and made sure that it was this right side that was on. I can't close that valve, which is not good when I'm traveling. I don't like that. And it's really bothering me, but I've been trying to burn the rest of the propane out of that tank. I haven't filled that tank since Holder Mine. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So, I was there for a week we were there. And then I didn't leave until March 4th. So all this time I've been running on that one tank of propane. And it keeps saying, and my Mopica tank things that weren't working for a while are suddenly working for whatever reason. And they keep telling me it's at 15%, it's at 12%, it's 11%, it's 10%, it's 15%. Quite possibly, Henry. You never know. So we'll see. But anyway, I've got to get that tank emptied so I can take it off and get that valve corrected and get the tank filled. Luckily, I still have a half a tank over on the other side in my other tank, but I'd like to get this tank straightened out. Either that or just buy a different tank and fill it up and put it up there and quit bothering with it. So if you have any thoughts about that, let me know. Hi, Peter and Summer. Hi, guys. How's life up there in New York? How's your weather been? I've been so busy watching weather around here that I really haven't looked at much at the East Coast. Although I know that storms are going to be eventually spreading that way. So we'll see. We shall see. So, yeah, got a few things going on. Today I bought a TV to put in my bedroom, and I've got to mount the wall mount bracket on the wall so that I can get that put up. I bought a little DVD player so that I can watch DVDs when I don't have good signal. And you know, I've missed that because this TV didn't come equipped with any kind of DVD player, which is surprising to me. But anyway, it is what it is. So I have been able to watch just some local channels, but there's not much here. I had more when I was in Winters, Texas. It's a little bit more of a selection. So anyway. So my question is, hi, Sue. How are you? Glad you could make it. But one thing I learned early is to expect things to break. Yeah, I mean, especially these handles. Oh my gosh, not even just in trailers, but you know, my daughter has the same problem at her house. My son-in-law hooked up a pair of vice grips on the cable, and I don't want to have to do that. I could get a small pair of vice grips and do that, but I'd rather just put something there that's going to last long term that I don't have to worry about. So anyway, tell me some of the problems that you've experienced in your rigs. What's some of the challenging things that you've run across that you've had to repair, and how you did it? Because it's always, you know, when this stuff happens to you, you're thinking, oh crap. But I know that other people go through stuff like this, and it's just maybe encouraging and inspiring to know that other people do this and can get it done. No one? No one's had any problems with the rigs? Well, I guess that's, maybe I'm the only one. Roy and Becky. Hey, Roy and Becky, how are you? You just missed my long story about the broken handle on my recliner. Gotta love when that happens. But anyway, I was asking everyone for what's the most challenging thing that you've had to repair in your rig? Or what's the most fun modification that you've done? I'm still trying to figure out different things that I want to do. Like I was looking for a place to hang my keys for the longest time, and I finally found a small little, it's actually a command strip key hook rack, and it fits right between my door and my window. So, come on, remember our issue at Wiseacres? Yes, I do. We have issues. It's not like that. Well, what are your issues? Come on, guys. You got to talk about something. Water pump on the engine on Honey. That was a job. I bet. I'm, I, though, now I don't have an engine, of course, in mine, but water pumps do go out. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can save my water pump, especially like when I'm boondocking. And I can siphon water from my water bladder using the pump in the RV. But I think I want to try using my old pump and just plug it into the outlet that's right there above my Nautilus system. Just so, I try to save that water pump as much as possible. You're cooking pork chops and talking too. Okay. So anyway, that's one thing that I'm thinking about doing, just to try to save my water pump. Never gotten the TV to work. It needs some kind of antenna. Too much trouble and not worth it to me. I certainly understand that. Sometimes I think it's the stupid TV. I actually, like I said, just bought a TV today. I bought another Vizio, and I'm finding that I like Vizio or Insignia for televisions. I've had both of those in my Airstream, and they both performed really nicely. So that's what I bought. I wanted to get a 32-inch, but I wasn't sure that where the backer board is in there, if I would have enough room between, half the TV and the cat and my closet. So I went with a 24-inch. You had to change the RV water pump too. That's never fun, is it? Biggest not, I would have to say, our solar. Absolutely. You guys have worked a lot on your solar, so that's really incredible. And I'm glad it's working for you. I've actually done pretty well with what little that I have in this rig. So I only have one 320 watt panel up on the roof, and then I have my 300 watt solar suitcase. And that's sustaining me. It's been absolutely fine. So we had that issue with our awning that we ended up removing it last fall. Yeah. Yes. Awnings, well, especially, my goodness, Henry, how old was that awning? That trailer is what, 72, is that right? So, that material gets old and eventually has to be. So this back command hook's always double the weight capacity to overcome the rolling down the road bouncing. Yeah. Yes. And Dawn did also cue me in to make sure that you're using fresh command hooks. Don't, stock up on them and expect them to be good in a year from now. And that was very good, useful information. So thank you for that, Dawn. I had a whole bunch that I had to throw out, but I'd rather go ahead and buy new and make sure that what I'm sticking up there is going to last. So, and I did actually hang some hooks, kind of unconventionally. They already had like a self-adhesive backing on them, but I didn't want to run into the same mess that I had with my Airstream when I used like double-sided 3M tape. Don't do that. So I took the cover off of the adhesive that was on them, and I put command strips on them and then stuck it to the wall. So hopefully that'll prevent me from having another mess. no, it's a 70, but the awning was added, in 2017. So, wow, can you hear that wind? It's really whistling through here. Sorry, I've been approved for immunodeficiency genetic testing. I keep getting that stupid spam text. Yes, Don really gave me some good suggestion with that. I think it's much better to use something new like that when you're going to be trying to get something to hold on, and especially in this RV, because the wallpaper is slightly textured. It's not real bad, but it does have some texture to it. So I have to make sure that it's going to really stick. I don't have to worry about just the painted walls so much, like over by the couch where my picture is hanging. But well, let's see if I can just turn the camera over here. So that's my little hook right there by the door. And it's lightweight because it's plastic. It's a command strip product, but it's perfect for what I needed, just to hang up keys. And I got a couple of hats that I hang up there that I wear mostly. So whatever works. Learned far more than I ever intended to learn. That's true. And I think this lifestyle causes us to do that. I used to say that about, I used to do home health. And when you're a home health nurse, not everyone lives in an affluent neighborhood. And sometimes you have to work with situations and be very inventive in ways to do things. And that taught me some flexibility and creativity in whenever you look at any kind of project, to see exactly how you want to get it done. So it takes adaptability for sure. But that's just like, now I'm here for 2 weeks, and yesterday was 1 week. So I have one more week before I leave. And my freshwater tank is 48 gallons. So right now it's 2/3 full, but I'm kind of helping that along by, I have some water bottles, and I don't have one nearby me. They're 1 gallon water bottles that have a nice handle on them. And so I have been going over to the empty paid sites that have water and filling those up every few days. And I use that for water for my coffee, because I boil it. I'll use it sometimes just for dishwater. I use it sometimes to flush the toilet so I don't have to turn the water pump on, and different little things like that, because I want to save the water in the tank for showers, and for doing dishes primarily. So I'm trying to see if that's going to work, and it's conserving. I don't have to worry about my black tank. It's plenty big enough for me for 2 weeks. It'll probably last me 4, quite honestly. The gray tanks are 23 gallons each, which my Airstream only had I think it was a 21 gallon gray tank, and that I'd have to empty every week. So I'm not sure, if I'll make it the whole 2 weeks with that gray tank, but I think it's going to be pretty close. Bob says he has replaced some of those handles in his upholstery business. He said those were the worst mechanisms for recliners. They are, Bob. That's very, very true. I don't know if you were on here soon enough, but I'll show those pictures again. So I took the handle off, and this is the end piece that's left. And so what I think I want to try to do is get one of these ring terminals. Let me get this comment off so you can see it. To slip over that and crimp it down. And then, let me go back here and get that off. And then I have a handle here that I want to put in that little loop, the hole. It's a D-ring. So that then I can just pull on the cable. I'm hoping that'll work. What do you think, Bob? I can't understand why they're still using him. That's the truth. I mean, really, can't you think of something? Even if they would have just, you know, those cables would be fine if they would just loop that end over and put some kind of a strap or something that you could just put your hand in and pull. Like this, it's just so simple. Just pull. You know, it doesn't have to be difficult. And it doesn't have to be ridiculous. So, anyway. Hi, son. So you like my idea? I'm hoping it works. When you're hooked up is the best time to test your tanks. That's how we know we can go 16 days. Could we go more? Maybe, but I'm not willing to test that. Yes, well, that's probably true to see. The only problem with that is when I'm hooked up to water, I tend to use more. So I think boondocking is actually going to tell me, you know, how conservative can I be? Can I make it 2 weeks with these tanks? So this is just my first time out really boondocking. And I'm trying to make it work. We'll see. That would be too easy. Yes, it would be too easy. And it might even work, huh? So, how you been, son? I saw you were out doing yoga the other day. My son has been very dedicated, and he is now, I don't know, certified? Is it certified? Yoga instructor. He took about a 6-week training course so that he could be a yoga instructor. And he's got his hands in a few other pots as well. Thank you, Glenn. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Glad you made it. You prefer easy. Yes. Well, I admit that too, you know, and I have been staying in a lot of Corps of Engineer parks along the way. And in fact, the next place that I stay is going to be Corps of Engineer. So I'm trying to get to where I can, you know, do boondocking and then a Corps of Engineer, just kind of back and forth, just, you know, for a break. So, Glenn, where are you at? Haven't seen you on here in quite a while. So, where are you located right now? I know Don's in Tornado Alley. They're possibly going to be having some winds and rains and everything. Hamilton, Ontario. Very cool. Very cool. How's the weather been up there? I actually haven't followed the weather that far north. But it's been pretty nice temperature-wise here. If it wasn't for the stupid wind, it's today it got up to 82. Yesterday was 65. It's kind of been going up and down like a roller coaster. Yeah, you don't want to talk about it. Near from Niagara Falls. So beautiful there. I was up there this last year, up in Peter and Summer's neck of the woods, and we stayed there at their house and had a great trip to Niagara Falls. So it was really a wonderful visit. Excellent weather, above average. Oh, nice. That's really good to hear. Early spring, late winter. Nice, very nice. I wish something would be normal around here as far as weather for spring. This has been the craziest spring I think I've ever seen. Paul thought that would work, but you would really need to crimp that really tight. He said cut off pliers should work to crimp it tight. Okay. I'm hoping that it will as well. But that's good. I mean, since he's done a lot of work like that, that's good, useful information. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. Oh, you're driving to Detroit on Monday. What's in Detroit? 102. We're back to 80s now for a day trip. Wow. That's like a big reprieve right there, isn't it? So you guys are pretty much staying there in that area full time, aren't you? Because of Becky's health situation. I'm sure it's a challenge weather-wise in the summer, especially. But you got to do what you got to do, and I just hope that she stays healthy. Family, gonna go see family. That's nice. That's nice. How's your house, Donnie? By the way, whatever happened with all of that? Is everything back up to normal now? At least this summer. Okay. Well, so that's the plan for now. Glenn, they are in Quartzsite, Arizona. It gets pretty hot down there in the summertime, like up to 120 or so. At least this summer, yeah. Just finished painting outside in the roof. Oh, nice, nice. Very cool. I'm glad to hear that you got that done. So the inside's all done, I take it? That's good. I'm glad to hear that. You guys really went through the ringer there with that mess. Makes sense. It does make sense. So, anyway. So, when I leave here, I will be heading into Oklahoma finally. I'll be there for about a week or so. Yes, back to normal. That's so good to hear. I'm so happy for you guys. Anyway, I'll be staying in Oklahoma for a week and then kind of heading into Kansas and working my way up towards the western side of Missouri and then eventually into South Dakota. So that's kind of the plan for now. Yes. Well, I'm glad you got dinner ready. How'd the pork chops turn out? What time is it? It's 20 to 7. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Of course, it only takes about 30 minutes to make pork chops. But anyway, I'm going to be meeting up with Dawn and Kevin and they look and smell fantastic. And Ken and Carla and Donna are, we're all going to be meeting at Lewis and Clark State Park. So that'll be fun. We'll be there for a week before we split back off again. So it'll be fun. Nice little change. So anyway, That's about all of the news that I have. I'm excited too, Don. It'll be a lot of fun. That's such a beautiful area, though, right there on the Missouri River. Um, and I've got to. Do you remember where that rest stop is, where the Indian princess statue is? I want to go there and take some pictures of it because it's so beautiful. And I don't know why I never did that when Lila and I went through there. That was back in 2016. It's such a beautiful statue. That whole rest area was really nice. I didn't go inside to see any of the exhibits or anything inside, but the statue itself was just beautiful. Oh, you just looked it up and I forgot. One sec. I'm trying to figure out if I can run into that rest area or make a point to go there because it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I can pull it up real quick. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? If you've ever seen it or seen a picture. Indian. Dignity. That's it. It's beautiful. Of course, they're not going to let me just see the picture. Dignity of Rip and Sky. So let's see if I can kind of expand it. You can't see the whole thing, but this statue is absolutely incredible. And I really, really want to get some pictures of it. It's just very breathtaking and kind of invokes emotion within me. So what between X's 263 and 265 on Interstate 90 near Chamberlain. Stainless steel. Is stainless steel. 50-foot statue. Was designed by sculptor Dale Lamphere to honor the cultures of the Lakota and Dakota people. Day or night, dignity is a must stop. Yes. Yes. Google stinks to find it. Yeah. I don't know why they have to put that, all the writing over it. But anyway. So Chamberlain, South Dakota. So maybe I can just Google Dignity statue on Google Maps and it'll take me to it. Or did you already try that, Dawn? We're 21 hours and 15 minutes away from the statue. That's funny. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. It's really and from that rest area, when you go like over towards the back of the rest area and you look over the Missouri River, it's just beautiful around there. You tried it? Cool. Yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful area. And I really wished initially I'd taken time to take pictures. So I'm going to rectify that. Google mapped it for directions. Cool. Nice to know. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do once I get closer. So, and I found a couple of little places in South Dakota, and one of them I found a nice boondocking spot. I think I want to go over near Custer again this year. That's another beautiful area that I loved. You have pictures, but not on your phone anymore. Oh, yeah. She downloads them onto her iPad sometimes. And anyway, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous place. So if you're ever over in like the southeast corner of South Dakota, make sure to travel through there if you can and take pictures of it. It's beautiful. And I'll tell you another place that I really love is Falls Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's just a beautiful little place to, when we were traveling through there, I'd heard about it. And so we drove over there to it, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous area. So I can look and see if I can find something real quick on that, and show you that real quick. Sorry guys. Search. This is only part of it. There's like 2 or 3 little sections where there's like falls, and they're not steep or anything, but the whole park is nothing but little waterfalls. And there's falls further back from this background. There's like a bridge or an overpass that goes over this. But it's just really a beautiful, beautiful area. So if you're ever in Sioux Falls, go see Falls Park. So that's my go-to spots. The other thing, maybe some of you will know. Hi, Carol. How are you? Get a fairground near there to stay at. That would be cool. Oh, nice. You're headed there. That's nice. Good. Well, I hope you can be close enough that you can, when you're unhooked, just take the truck and drive over there. It's really beautiful. Really see that statue. It's amazing. How you been, Carol? Haven't talked to you in a while, other than just, hi on chats and things like that. What was I going to say? It left my mind. I don't know. It's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. Fairground. Just a hop, skip, and jump. Yeah. Hanging in by a toe. Oh, no, Carol, that's not good. You're not feeling good? Sorry to hear that. You're all good? Yeah, I don't know what. It was something about South Dakota I wanted to tell you, and now I don't remember what it was. But anyway. I can't think of it. Does anybody else have anything they want to say, or questions or comments or ideas, suggestions, whatever? If you have a boondocking area in South Dakota that you like, that you'd like to share, I'd appreciate that. You're okay. You're joking. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Stay on the rim. Oh, that's what I was going to talk to you. I heard at one point that there was maybe putting up restrictions about how many campers could be there at one time, and I was looking for more information on that. Yes, it will be boondocking. It's called the Nomad View, but I can only find talk of it, so maybe they haven't really instituted that at this point. I'm not really sure. But I'll be watching weather for sure, because when it rains there, it gets like really sticky mud is what they say. Sticky mud. The kind that you need to be towed out from. So I'll be watching weather quite drastically if I get close to there and think I might be able to camp there. But I would love to. That's quite an incredible view. So, yes, I'll be watching for sure. For sure. So, have you heard anything about restrictions there, Dawn? Evidently not. Maybe. I don't know. I was thinking that it was going to be like a lottery, like they're doing in some other places, but I can't find anything to that effect. So I'm assuming, you know what happens when you do that, that it's, it's okay to just go and try your luck and see if you can get in there sometime this year. Sometime. That's what I heard too, but I haven't found any definite date. So let's hope it's past June. I would love that. Because I would love to stay there. So we'll see. We'll see if I can make it. But I want to do some around Custer as well. I heard that they're restricting how we camp there. I'm not. Yes. And to 70 sites. Yes. Where did I see? They had like a map with an outline. But all the sites are like along that edge. And not like across the road from it. So marking the sites with red poles. Okay, that's good to know, Henry. Thank you. Trying to do more regular spots instead of random camping. And that's not a bad thing. I think that's probably for that environment. I think it's best that they try to control it a little bit. Otherwise, it's just going to get torn up. We know that not all campers really try to take care, which is sad, but it's true. And when people don't take care of things, that's when rules and regulations change. So let's just hope that people will wake up and start taking care and being good stewards. Yes, probably is. So anyway, well, I think tomorrow I might have a day without so much wind, but then 2 more days of wind. So, and then I think it's supposed to rain today. I'm supposed to leave here. Isn't that always the way? How about that? So anyway, I'm going to go and fix me some leftovers and have a spot of dinner and a cup of coffee and wind down for the day. So thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I appreciated talking with you. And I look forward to talking with you again next week. Okay, everyone. Have a good night.